प्रीति सर, आवाज जा रही है मेरी?
हाँ हाँ, वेरी वेरी क्लियर।
ओके।
अभी आ रही है आवाज? ठीक है, अनम्यूट कर रही है। अच्छा, आवाज आ रही है? ठीक
जी।
Good afternoon, everyone present in this webinar. I, Dr. Manju Kumari from Physics lecturer NGP PATNA 13, welcome all of you in this webinar. जैसा आप सभी लोग जानते हैं, NGP PATNA 13 की तरफ से वेबिनार सीरीज चल रही है। उसका ये 35th एडिशन है और इस एडिशन में हमारे साथ प्रीति सर हैं जो इस वेबिनार को कैरी ऑन करेंगे और हमारे कोऑर्डिनेटर सौरभ सर हैं जो गेस्ट के बारे में सारी जानकारी देंगे। तो पहले मैं सौरभ सर को इनवाइट करती हूँ हमारे गेस्ट के बारे में जानकारी देने के लिए। फिर मैं अपनी वाइस प्रिंसिपल मैम अनुराधा मैम को इनवाइट करूँगी वेलकम के लिए। ठीक है, तो सबसे पहले सौरभ सर आप गेस्ट को इंट्रोड्यूस कीजिए और थोड़ी उनके बारे में जानकारी दीजिए। ओके सर, ओवर टू सौरभ सर।
Thank you, ma'am. Here comes once again Saurabh Kumar, and I welcome all of you to a very warm welcome, and I address each and every one of you in this webinar, and I will be talking about Priti sir, and I will be just giving a brief introduction about Priti sir. He's a young and dynamic personality in PhD and PhD scholar. He is an assistant professor, and he has done his BTechs, MTechs, and PhD from Triple IIT Allahabad. And he is a very keen. He is having a very keen knowledge in cyber security. And in today's scenario, we know that cyber security does have a very good impact on the environment, because today the security is changing from arms and ammunition towards the different way of emerging trends in cyber security. Like whenever there is a war or something, now the trend is changing towards cyber crime, and a lot of crime is being developed by the different people, so that they can enter into our radar systems, and they can violate the different networks, and we can have a very bad impact due to these cyber crimes. So we will be discussing on cyber crimes. Before discussing, I'll be addressing to the vice principal, so that she can introduce and she can also give motivational to our students, so that we can have a good idea about the cybercrime, and also have a great idea towards how to improve our skills in this webinar. Thank you, ma'am.
थैंक यू प्रोफेसर सौरभ कुमार। मैं नवीन राजकीय पॉलिटेक्निक पटना 13 के तरफ से पहले अपने गेस्ट को प्रीति को अभिवादन करती हूँ, और सभी जो हमारे माननीय अतिथिगण, प्रिंसिपल और प्रोफेसर, फैकल्टी जो सब ज्वाइन किए हैं इस वेबिनार में, उनका मैं पहले अभिनंदन करती हूँ और स्वागत करती हूँ इस वेबिनार से जुड़ने के लिए। मैं अपने प्रिय छात्रों को भी अभिनंदन करती हूँ, और जो छात्र इससे लाभान्वित होंगे उनका भी मैं अभिनंदन करती हूँ। नवीन राजकीय पॉलिटेक्निक पटना 13 की परिवार की तरफ से। आज हमारे प्रिंसिपल जो डॉक्टर चंद्रशेखर सिंह जो इस वेबिनार की शुरुआत करवाए वेबिनार सीरीज की, वो अपने व्यस्त कार्यक्रम के कारण हमसे जुड़ नहीं पाए हैं, लेकिन सर हमेशा हमारे साथ हैं और उनका ही ये वेबिनार का जो ये था कि शुरू करें हम वेबिनार, जो इस राह पर अब बहुत दूर चल पड़ा है और हम बहुत सारे वेबिनार अपने नवीन राजकीय पॉलिटेक्निक पटना 13 की ओर से आयोजन किए हैं, जिसमें हमारे टेक्निकल टीम और हमारे जो कोऑर्डिनेटर्स हैं उनका मैं अब थैंक्स करूंगी कि उनके ही आपने पूरी कोशिश के चलते ये सारा जो वेबिनार हुआ है वो काफी अच्छे से हुआ और सफल हुआ है। और आज का भी वेबिनार हमारा जो इस कार्यक्रम है ये सफल ही होगा। ये सारे टेक्निकल टीम को भी मैं धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करती हूँ पहले ही। सबसे पहले तो आज जो हमारे गेस्ट हैं डॉक्टर प्रीति रंजन, जो एमिटी यूनिवर्सिटी से हमारे साथ जुड़े और बहुत ही इम्पोर्टेंट टॉपिक जो आज का है साइबर सिक्योरिटी, साइबर क्राइम, जो कि आज के समय का जो डिमांड है उसके ऊपर हमें लाइट देंगे और स्टूडेंट्स को बताएंगे कि किस तरह से हम साइबर क्राइम को करने में जो लोग कर रहे हैं उससे हम नहीं ये हो सके, इसके बारे में तो काफी उसके ऊपर प्रकाश डालेंगे। आज के समय में कोरोना समय पैंडेमिक का जो समय हमारा रहा उसमें हम सारे कार्यक्रम ऑनलाइन किए और जितने भी साइबर क्राइम वाले थे सभी एक्टिव हो गए और बहुत सारे साइबर क्राइम भी इस दौरान देखने को मिला। तो इस साइबर क्राइम से कैसे हम बचेंगे, हमारे अपने कंट्री को कैसे बचाएंगे और हम कैसे बचेंगे, क्योंकि हमारा सारा पैसा सारा कुछ अब आप जैसा जानते हैं स्टूडेंट्स जो लेना की तरफ मैं जाती हूँ कि सभी कुछ मोबाइल से जुड़ गया है और साइबर से जुड़ गया है, सभी कुछ हमारा जो है मोबाइल में समेत हो गया है। तो इस दौरान जब हम भारतवर्ष हमारा पूरा ऑनलाइन और डिजिटल हो रहा है उसमें ये बहुत ज्यादा जरूरी है कि हम जाने कि इसमें किस तरह की क्राइम हो सकते हैं और हम अपने आप को किस तरह बचा सकते हैं। तो मैं फिर से एक बार रंजन का आपके नवीन राजकीय पॉलिटेक्निक और हमारे प्रिंसिपल साहब डॉक्टर चंद्रशेखर सिंह की तरफ से एक बार स्वागत करती हूँ और इस वेबिनार का शुरुआत करने के लिए धन्यवाद ज्ञापन करती हूँ। प्रीति रंजन सर, अब आप छात्रों को इस टॉपिक पे बताएंगे। वेलकम सर।
Okay, thank you for your warm welcome, and thank you for my brief introduction. Okay, so good afternoon, everyone. Hope you all be safe and healthy. So I am Dr. Pratish Ranjan. I'm assistant professor at Amity University, Patna, in the Department of Computer Science and Engineering. So today I'm going to talk about the emerging trends of cybercrime during COVID-19 pandemic. Okay. So there, how can I share my screen? PPT. Okay, just wait a minute. Okay. So my topic is, I'm going to talk about the emerging trends of cybercrime during COVID-19 pandemic. So there is a lot of buzz about the COVID-19 pandemic. Everyone is talking about this pandemic, and it is proving to be one of the greatest threat mankind and have ever faced. So it has changed the way we live, way we travel, way we eat, way we study. So we are in the virtual mode. So this COVID has forced us to be spend much of our time on online platform. We are forced to be indoor, and we are spending much of our time on the internet. If we are spending that much amount of time on the internet, then we are quite prone to different kind of attacks.
दिख रहा है।
Hello, hello. Hello.
नहीं ठीक है सर, आप कैरी ऑन कीजिए।
Okay. This openness nature of the internet and the context of coronavirus had changed the different trends of the cyber crimes. We will see different case studies or different cases how this COVID-19 had changed the trends of the cyber crime and how the context of coronavirus had changed the cyber crime. So first and foremost, what is cyber crime? So cybercrime is basically a crime which is based on the computer technology or the computing device and the network. So every cybercrime or any crime, there is some motive, isn't it? So beside cybercrime, there is also some hidden motive. Okay, it has been observed that most of the time the motive is financial motive. Apart from other motive, most of the time it is the financial motive. We want to steal the personal information or the financial information of the others, or so we want to make a financial benefits. So we will see how the this coronavirus has changed the motive. As per the Google recent survey, it has been observed that there is a 350% increase in the cybercrime during this period after the March and this till date. So the attack have increased, the intensity has increased, the acceleration of the attack has increased, and we will see how this, how why, what is the why this attack has increased. We will see different case studies. So we move on. So there are some terminology we want to discuss some of the terminology related to the cybercrime. What first we will discuss what do you mean by the word cyber. So cyber is a virtual reality, a world based on technology. The cyber world. We are in the cyber world. We are in the virtual mode. We are exchanging the information and the knowledge through the virtual world. So we are living in the virtual mode, and this world is called cyber. So next, cybercrime. So crime based on this virtual environment, crime based on this technology is called the cybercrime. So cybercrime is a very generic term which refers all the criminal activities that involves the computing environment, that involves the internet, that involves the intranet, or that involves the gadgets or the network infrastructure. The crime which is based on this kind of environment called the cybercrime. And actually, we can divide the cybercrime into two categories. The first category of the cybercrime that basically this one in the first category we can categorize the cybercrime in a way that a computer is being attacked. Means a computer attacks a different computers. But in other category, the computer is being used for commissioning of the crime or to steal the personal information. So that in other kind there it pretends to do some kind of crime. So we'll see what are the different kind of cybercrime. Next term is cyber attacks. Okay, cyber attacks, we are very familiar with the world. There are different kind of cyber attacks, but categorically the cyber attacks can be divided into two categories. One is a passive attack, another is active attack. In passive attack, there is no modification of the data which is residing in the computer, but in the active attack there is an active modification of the data. So the in the passive attack, there is no modification. Means the attacker just have a vigilance over the traffic. They just see the traffic. They do not try to modify the data, but they see the traffic. They observe the data which is being and flowing, and they wait for the right time to attack. And in the passive attack, the attacker usually do not know that victim actually do not know that they are being attacked, and the passive attacks are more dangerous than that of active attack, because every time their confidentiality of their information is compromised. But in active attack, the attackers the victim know that his system is being attacked, and the next point of time the victim becomes alert. So there are different kind of cyber attacks which is quite active nowadays. Now another kind of attacks which is which has become popular in the nowadays in the today's environment is a socio-technical attack. We know that nowadays every hand has a mobile phone. Now the prognosis of different generation from 2G, 3G, 4G, every mobile phone has an internet facility with a very good speed, Now they are using a social media platform quite frequently, and the data being exchanged at a high acceleration. And so this leads to another kind or more intense type of cyber attack that is called the socio-technical attack. There are many examples of the socio-technical attack. The basic difference between the socio-technical attack and the cyber attacks are the cyber attacks are more towards those who are using a computer or a mobile phone. But socio-technical attacks are attacks. This affects both who are using mobile phone or the technology or the computer, but it also affects those who are not using the mobile phone. So the socio-technical attack is more intense. Recently, in an incident happened in Bangalore that the northeast people, the lot of northeast people reside in the Bangalore. One of the people of the northeast people, he received a message that all the northeast people will be beaten up by the Muslims. Because few days back, what happened in the northeast, the Muslims were beaten up by the northeast people, and in the fear of that, a message floated in the mobile phone. In the same way, they will be also beaten up in the Bangalore. And the one message came, and it reached to every corner of their northeast people in residing in the Bangalore, and they started moving away. And the stampede kind of situation happened in the Bangalore, and the airport and the railway station, and all the roads were blocked, and everywhere were just running away in the fear of that they will be beaten up. So just think, the stampede kind of situation was there. The entire Bangalore city has just stopped for a moment, and they were not checking the authenticity of the message, what were the source of the message, whether this information is right or wrong. But everybody started just moving away. So just think, a single message, what has done, it had created a stampede kind of situation. Now it has been observed that if you want to destroy any country, you do not need to put an atom bomb. You just put a viral message which affects their sentiment and the emotion. The entire society will collapse within a seconds. So this is called the socio-technical attacks. Next term is security and privacy. Most of the time we are quite confused that what is the security and what is the privacy. What are the things which we should make it a secure, and what are the things we should make a private. For example, when we are in home, we need a security, but when we are in a bathroom or a bedroom, we need a privacy. So there is a quite difference between security and privacy. We need to decide when to have a security and when you do require a privacy, because excess amount of security will lead to some problem, and the excess amount of privacy will also lead to some problem. So if you have an ATM card, you need to keep maintain the security of the ATM card, but you need to maintain the privacy of the PIN. So there's a level of security, and at some level is called the access, or at a level of the security, at optimum level is called privacy. Next is vulnerability. This is also important term as far as cybercrime is concerned. Vulnerability is nothing but a weakness in the system. Every system, any software, any hardware, it is not 100% proof. So there is always some bug, and there is always something there which need to be corrected. It is never 100%. So at what attackers do, they try to find this vulnerability and try to breach this vulnerability to take the access of our system. So we need to minimize this vulnerability at every time. We need to check our system that the system is not vulnerable, and it is working at the optimum level. Now the threat is what should I say? Threat is a potential danger that takes the advantage of the vulnerability. Okay, so because we are living in earthquake prone areas, so we always have a prone of the earthquake. We are always prone to be attacked by the earthquake. So our structure of the building of the structure in such a way that it should be minimized. So there is always some kind of threat in our system. There may be a physical threat, there may be a human threat, or there may be a software threat as well as computing environment is concerned. Next terminology, exploits. Exploits means something code or what does the smart programmer or the skilled computer expert, what do? They write some code or some script, and that takes the advantage of the vulnerability to compromise the system. These small codes or the scripts are called the exploits. Next is the very popular term hacker. We know everybody wants to be a hacker, in the good sense or in the bad sense. So there are few categories of the hacker. One is called white hat hackers, and another is a black hat hacker, and one is called a gray hat hacker. So the ethical hackers are called the white hat hacker. The non-ethical hackers are called the black hat hackers. But there are gray hat hackers which has a capability, the capability of both the bad hat hacker or the black hat hacker. So we will discuss it at later point of time. So there are various kind of cyber attacks. So which is very frequent in nowadays, whether it is a context of coronavirus or not. We will see what kind of different attacks which are prevalent in.
क्या हुआ है? हेलो, आवाज रुक गई है ना? हेलो प्रीति सर, हेलो. यहाँ कुछ इंटरनेट की दिक्कत हो गई है गेस्ट सर के यहाँ, तो बस 1 मिनट में वो फिर से अटैच हो जाएगा.
एनीवेज अभी प्रीति सर जो हैं अभी थोड़ा सा उनके यहाँ इंटरनेट की प्रॉब्लम हो गई है और शट डाउन हो गया है उनका कंप्यूटर, तो जस्ट इन अ व्हाइल दे ही विल बी बैक. तो जब तक वो सर नहीं आते हैं तब तक मैं इन चीज़ को कंटिन्यू करूँगा. और इसमें मैं आप लोगों को ये बताना चाहूँगा कि अभी तक जो सर ने बताया है उसको मैं ब्रीफ कर दूँ कि अभी तक सर ने जो बताया है उसमें ये बताया है, क्योंकि उन्होंने अंग्रेजी माध्यम का प्रयोग किया है, तो मैं आप लोगों को थोड़ी-सी हिंदी माध्यम में बता दूँ कि कैसे सिक्योरिटीज़ जो है वो इनेबल हो पाती है. और जो इनेबल जिस तरीके से सिक्योरिटीज़ जो इनेबल हुई है वहाँ पर जैसे मान लिया कि आप जब भी कंप्यूटर का प्रयोग करते हैं, तो आप कनेक्टेड होते हैं इंटरनेट से, आप कनेक्टेड होते हैं बहुत सारे कंप्यूटर से, और आप कनेक्टेड होते हैं दुनिया के सभी कंप्यूटर से, जिसमें कि सबसे बड़ी जो बात है वो ये है कि अगर आपने जो जिस कंप्यूटर के माध्यम से आप ज्वाइन कर रहे हैं, तो वो जो कंप्यूटर है, क्या वो सिक्योर है? क्या वो नेटवर्क सिक्योर है? या फिर अगर नेटवर्क सिक्योर है, तो क्या आपका डेटा जो एक जगह से एक कंप्यूटर से दूसरे कंप्यूटर में जो ट्रैवल कर रहा है डेटा, क्या वो सिक्योर है? अगर वो भी सिक्योर है, तो क्या उसको चुराया नहीं जा सकता? और अगर चुराया जा सकता है, तो कैसे चुराया जा सकता है? तो इसमें जो है आपका जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी है, जो साइबर सिक्योरिटी जो चीज़ है, वो इसमें इनबिल्ट होती है। इसमें साइबर सिक्योरिटी में सबसे बड़ी चीज़ ये हम लोग देखते हैं कि जो हमारे कंप्यूटर्स हैं, उसमें आप देखिएगा कि कई बार फायरवॉल इंस्टॉल होते हैं। कई बार एंटीवायरसेस हम लोग इंस्टॉल करते हैं। तो व्हाट आर दीज? ये आपके कंप्यूटर को बेसिकली जो कंप्यूटर में बाहर से आने वाले जितने भी जो एलिमेंट्स हैं, बाहर के आने वाले जो एलिमेंट्स हैं, उसको जो है ये छननी की तरह छान करके और फिर आपके कंप्यूटर में प्रवेश करने की इजाजत देता है। तो इसके जरिए हम लोग क्या करते हैं कि जितने भी अनवांटेड एलिमेंट्स हैं, उसको हम लोग रिमूव कर सकते हैं, उसको हम लोग स्टॉप कर सकते हैं और उसको हम लोग रोक करके रख सकते हैं। ये देख सकते हैं कि वेदर उसको एंटर करने की इजाजत देनी चाहिए या नहीं देनी चाहिए। तो इस तरीके की चीजें हमारे पास अवेलेबल हो चुकी है कंप्यूटर साइंस में, और प्रोग्रामिंग में बहुत सारी चीजें इंट्रोड्यूस हो चुकी हैं, सो दैट कि हम लोग एक एक चीज को, जब भी जो कंप्यूटर से बाहर निकल रहा है या नेटवर्क में जा रहा है या फिर नेटवर्क के थ्रू किसी कंप्यूटर में आ रहा है, तो ये दोनों चीज को हम लोग को रिलेट कर सकते हैं, देख सकते हैं और बहुत बढ़िया से उसको यूटिलाइज भी कर सकते हैं कि कैसे कंप्यूटर आगे काम करेगा और किस किन किन सिक्योरिटीज को अप्लाई करते हुए आगे कंप्यूटर में दिक्कतें ना आए, उस चीज को हम लोग देख सकते हैं। अभी सर ने, जैसा कि प्रीति सर ने बताया कि आपका जो कंप्यूटर है उसमें दो तरह के जो अटैक्स होते हैं वो ज्यादा तर जो है अटैक्स होते हैं। तो ये जो स्टैटिक अटैक है, डायनेमिक अटैक है, ये सारी चीजें क्या हैं? तो स्टैटिक अटैक्स, इस तरीके के जो अटैक्स होते हैं, उसमें क्या होता है कि कुछ इनबिल्ट लोग होते हैं जो नेटवर्क के अंदर में लोग होते हैं, जो नेटवर्क से जुड़े हुए लोग होते हैं, वे लोग इस अटैक को करने में सक्षम हो पाते हैं, जिनके पास बहुत सारी चीजें, इंफॉर्मेशन पता होते हैं उनको कि कौन कौन से इंफॉर्मेशन को वो लोग लीक आउट कर सकते हैं, कौन कौन से इंफॉर्मेशन को वो लोग बचा सकते हैं। तो ये सब चीजें जो है, ये हमारे पास जो स्टैटिक अटैक्स हैं उसमें आते हैं। लेकिन जो कुछ डायनेमिक अटैक्स हैं, तो उस डायनेमिक अटैक्स को जो है हम लोग किस तरीके से रोक सकते हैं, ये डायनेमिकली, जिसके बारे में हम लोगों को पता नहीं होता कि कोई भी बाहर का व्यक्ति अपने संसाधनों को यूज करते हुए, उनका प्रयोग करते हुए आपके नेटवर्क में एंटर कर सकता है, और एंटर करने के बाद जो है आपके सिस्टम को डिस्टर्ब कर सकता है, डिस्टर्ब कर सकता है, और पूरा का पूरा सिस्टम के जो इंफॉर्मेशन है उसको उससे चुराया जा सकता है। तो सबसे पहले आप ये समझिए कि जो वायरस होते हैं वो करते क्या है? तो वायरस क्या करते हैं? तो वायरस जो है वो आपके सिस्टम में एंटर करते हैं, एंड इट इज अ काइंड ऑफ प्रोग्राम। ये क्या है? एक प्रोग्राम है, जो कि ये एक ऐसा प्रोग्राम है जिसके थ्रू जो है आपके कंप्यूटर में एंट्रेंस हो जाती है, और वो कंप्यूटर में एंटर करते ही वो प्रोग्राम जो है, वायरस जो प्रोग्राम है वो डुप्लीकेट हो जाता है, ट्रिप्लिकेट होता है, और बड़े तरीके से आपके प्रोग्राम में एंटर करते ही इट गेट्स ट्रिप्लिकेट एंड इट चेंजेस टू अ वेरियस डोमेन, इट डिस्टर्ब्स द वेरियस डोमेन ऑफ योर कंप्यूटर। तो इन चीजों को और बेहतर तरीके से हमारे प्रीति सर जो है उसको डील कर पाएंगे। तो मैं प्रीति रंजन सर को फिर से मैं इनवाइट करता हूँ कि ताकि जो है वो आगे का जो प्रोग्राम है वो आप पूरा कर सकें। ओवर टू प्रीति सर, प्लीज स्टार्ट।
हेलो।
आवाज
हाँ,
आवाज नहीं आ रही।
प्रीति सर आपकी आवाज नहीं आ रही है। प्रीतेश सर, एक बार आप लीव करके फिर से ये कीजिए, ज्वाइन कीजिए.
Hello.
Now your voice
Hello.
is
Hello.
clear. हाँ.
Okay.
Pritesh sir, your voice is clear now.
Okay.
You can continue.
Okay. Okay. Sorry for the interruption. I don't know what is happening.
कोई नहीं, ये सब चलता ही रहता है. टेक्नोलॉजी, यही ना टेक्नोलॉजी है, इंसान से ऊपर कभी वो उठ नहीं सकता.
सही बात है. This is there might
Okay, sir.
might be some kind of attack. I do not know.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
so as am I clear and am I audible?
Yeah, you
Yeah.
are audible.
Okay. DOS attack. First of all, DOS attack, denial of service attack. In this attack, I was just telling that the legitimate user or the right user, they do not get the access to the service. Okay, so there might be an attacker. They keep the server busy by creating irrelevant traffic. So we know every now if you want to take the Tatkal ticket from the IRCTC site, you cannot. It becomes very problematic to take the tickets because there might be the attacker or there might be some problem where the IRCTC server are kept busy. Okay, and we are unable to take the ticket. So this is called the denial of service attack, where the attackers where the legitimate user get denied of their right service. Now, another kind of attack which is more intense than the DOS attack is called the DDoS attack. The full form is denial of distributed denial of service attack. Now the attack becomes more intense because now in the DOS attack, the attack was only from the single server. Now the attack has become distributed. Now the multiple computers are attacking the same server, and it's very difficult for us to identify or to stop this kind of attack because the attacks is now coming from a multiple servers. The traffic are being generated from the multiple places. So this is called the DDoS attack. Next is SQL injection. Very popular attack that is called SQL injection. SQL means structured query language. We know, we study in our course the structured query language in Oracle or the MySQL. What they do, they inject the SQL query. Suppose I am opening a Facebook, okay, and we are very much quite familiar with the Facebook, and we used to write many posts on the Facebook. Means, and the place where the Facebook post is written is the only entry place where you can interact with the Facebook server. Now suppose you write any query and on that, or you code or any script or the JavaScript on that post, and you are able to write the code delete from this table. If you're able to know the table name and you write delete from this table and you click on post, and the code might be executed, and it could delete the entire database of the Facebook, and the Facebook may crash. So just see and how the SQL injection is dangerous. So this kind of attack is basically popular in the data-driven application, where the data is being exchanged through the from the user to the server. So by using SQL injection, you can create much problem to the application who is using the database. This is called the SQL injection. Next is phishing. So very popular attack is called the phishing, where you receive a mail and you are pushed or you are forced to click on some link, and the link will take you some another server where you will be forced to put the username and password. As you will put the username password on that page, and your personal information will be gone to the attacker. So the phishing attack is very popular nowadays. Spoofing. In spoofing means impersonating a server or impersonating a person, where the system is being impersonated by somebody else. Suppose phishing, I may be impersonated. It might be that I am not there, and some robot or some machine or some software will be there in place of me, which will be talking exactly as I am talking, and I can be spoofed, or you may get the misinformation from the attacker. So this is called spoofing. So next is malware. These are the popular terms. Malwares. Malwares means the malicious software. There are three kinds of malware. That is, one is called virus, another is called worms, and next is Trojans. So first of all, virus. Virus is nothing but it is also a program. What does this do? Virus is also a program. What the basic concept of the virus is, it use your computing resources without your permission. It can change your file. When the virus has been executed, it can change the content of the file, and sometimes it can insert its own content into the file. And when it execute, it makes your it can make your system slow. Next is worms. Worms is also a kind of malicious software, but it requires internet infrastructure or the network structure to spread from one system to another, and it also consumes your computing resources and make your system slow. Next is Trojans. Trojan is also a kind of malicious software which misleads the user and which makes the backdoor entries, and without taking your permission, it can access your files and your folders, and your confidentiality can be compromised. So these are the various kind of malwares. So I have given you the basic glimpse of the various kind of attacks or various terminology, and now I will show you how the context of coronavirus or the coronavirus is being used for this kind of cyber attacks. Look, this phishing attack during the COVID-19. Can you see? Is my screen is visible?
Yes, screen is visible,
Okay.
but content is very small.
Oh, actually, it is.
The font is very small.
Okay, I am just telling you. Okay, it is a screenshot of the mail which is being received by an employee of a company. Suppose a mail is being received by anybody working in any organization. Just look at this, the subject of this mail. It says 2019 nCoV new confirmed cases in your city. A mail, suppose we use Gmail, we as a student use a Gmail or any mailing services, and you receive this kind of mail. The subject is COVID-19 new confirmed cases in your city. As you see this subject, you will become anxious to know कि क्या मेरे अगल बगल में some cases are there. You will be quite eager to know, is there really how many cases are there? Yes, the cases are not just around me. And then if you are something a technical guy, then you will see, okay, you will see the source of this mail. Just you can see the source of the mail. It is written @cdc.gov. So you will see the .gov means this mail has come from a government site. So this mail is genuine. And just see this, the date of this mail. The date is January 31st, 2020. So you can see the January 31st, 2020, it is the time when the coronavirus has just started to emerge. So you will start, I will read the content of the mail. It says the Center of the Disease Control and the Prevention continues to closely monitor the outbreak of the 2019 novel coronavirus in Wuhan city. I will, somebody, he might be stopped and reading this, and without thinking anything, he will click on this link. Okay, and as you will click on this link, you will land on this page. So this page is nothing but an Outlook page, where as you have a Gmail page, and this is Outlook page where we used to receive our mails. And what will I do? You will just put your username and password on this mail and click on sign in. When you click on the sign in, it will say incorrect username and password. So you will think that, okay, there might be some typographical mistake, and again you will enter the username and password. And when you will enter the username and password, in this time you will land into your Outlook page. Okay, so during this process, your username and password is gone to the attacker, because in the previous page you have entered the right username and password, but the page was fixed. Means the page was not from the right Outlook is from Microsoft. The mail was not, the page was not from the Microsoft server. So this kind of attack is quite frequent during this coronavirus, because everyone is quite anxious to know about the COVID-19 or the coronavirus situation. What is the current situation or current status of the coronavirus, and in the anxious way we click on this kind of link. So whenever you get this kind of mail, what you need to do, you need to see the URL. Until and unless you do not confirm that, okay, this is a correct URL or something, you do not put your username and password. Because once your Gmail username and password, or the Outlook username and password is gone to the attacker, the Gmail, most of the information, or most of our personal information, we keep on the mail server to get the quick access. So all your personal information will be gone to the attacker. And sometimes we keep our username and password in the Gmail, and our bank detail we keep on the Gmail and the mail. So every information will go to the attacker. So just see how this context of coronavirus is being used to take your username and password. Sometimes this landing page may be your ICICI bank account, where you will be asked to pay some amount of money or donation to the PM care or something, and you will put your banking information in this page, and your banking information will go to the attacker. So never ever put your username and password in this way. Okay, now next kind of attack, which is quite frequent in nowadays, is social engineering. Just see this mail. This mail has been received by one another employee of a company. Just see. Then I will tell you what is social engineering. Just see the screenshot of the mail. It says update the crust crumb expense reimbursement. Okay, so this mail is been received by one of the employee of a company who has taken some loan. Okay, and he sees, okay, the some this is in coronavirus period, everybody is facing a financial crunch. Okay, business is going down, our job opportunities are sinking. So we are very much uncertain about our financial health. So an employee says, employee received this kind of mail, expense reimbursement, and it checks, okay, it comes from his prototypetech.com, and it's the company's mail. And he started studying as a part of the continuous improvement initiative and recap of an update to the Cyborn solution expense reimbursement certificate. Something, it reads one or two line and he make up the point, and he click on this link. There is some attachment. He says, okay, some attachment is there, it might be some information about the reimbursement of the loan, and he clicks on this link. So without confirming, or without being very much confirmed about this mail, he clicks on the link. And once he clicks on the link, this it is being downloaded and it is being executed. It can be a virus or it can be a trojan. And once it enters into the system, it will take all your information it will take all your information of your system. So never click on this kind of attachment until you are 100% sure. Uh, this may be a keylogger. So keylogger is a something, a malicious software which is used. It will be installed into the system, and you will not be knowing anything about it. And as you press the key, all the information will go to the attacker automatically. So this is called the social engineering. Social engineering. This mail is not received by everyone of the company, because the attackers know that you have taken the loan. The attackers know the personal information on each and every employee, and only the few employees have got this kind of mail. The employee who has taken the loan, and he knows the who are the person who are facing the financial crunch, and this kind of mail is being sent to that particular person only. This is called the social engineering. Okay, so suppose social engineering means, if I want to reach you, we think that we are an unimportant person. Nobody is going to touch me, but you can be a weakest link in that network, and I can. And the social engineering something that the attacker find the weakest link in the society, and they try to get you through that weakest link. So we should never understand, we should never underestimate ourselves, that we are an unimportant person. Okay, we often think we do not use internet, I do not use mobile phone, I do not use computers, then who is going to attack me? So don't think about that. You are never important. Even if you are not using the internet or the computer, you are still very much prone to be attacked by the cyber attackers. Okay, suppose I want to I want to reach your father, and I cannot reach your father directly, then I can use you, and through you I can reach your father. I can take the all banking details of your father, and I can compromise your father's account. So you are never not unimportant. You are always important. Be vigilant, and always be an alert, because social engineers are traveling or moving around you. Now, this slide says, this is a very important slide. A person, it has been observed that 2/3 of the time, means in 24 hours, 16 hours of our time we spend with any gadget. Either we are with a mobile phone, either we are with the TV, or either we are with the computer, or we are playing a game. Game means 2/3 of our time we are spending with the any of the mobile phone or any internet devices. And there are millions of people living in the society. Now just you can see a society which is having a million of people, how much time is being invested, or how much time we spend with the electronic gadgets. And once a society invests that much amount of time with the gadget, you can see how prone we are to be get attacked, because during this coronavirus we are forced to be indoor, isn't it? And we are spending much of our time of the internet. So entire society is doing this. We are in the work from home mode. You are studying from the home. You are spending much of our time through the internet. The sale of mobile phone has increased, because every student wants a mobile phone in his hand to do the classes. So entire it has changed the entire structure of the society, isn't it? And once we are spending this amount of time in internet, we are quite prone to the attack. Just we see the technology and society. Society is engaging with the technology in such a way which provoke the different kind of cybercrime. So though the cybercrime not only affect our computer and the mobile phone, but it also affect in the different way. It affects our decision making capability. Suppose I want to buy something, I go to the Amazon, and once if we are very much clever, what we do, we open Amazon, we open Flipkart, and we compare the price of the product in different portals. And if we are more intelligent, we try to read the reviews, and after reading the reviews in the Flipkart and the Amazon, we take our decision that I should buy this product. Now Just see, this technology is hampering our the decision making capability. We are unable to take our own decision, isn't it? So and it also affects our sentiments. Means it is also affecting our cognition, our thinking capability. It can polarize us toward the particular issue. It can change our psychology, thinking capability, managerial skill. Means it is weakening our strength, and due to this it can bring a unrest in the society. Okay, it can be a reason for a civil war or an outrage. It gives the rise of the cybercrime. It can be a genocides, but it can be a like a bomb. Means it is said that if you that the technology is so much relying we are so much relying on our technology that one misuse of technology can bring a devastating impact. So you are never unimportant, you are always an important part of the society. So never underestimate yourself. Now, another kind of attack which happened during this corona period, which is called vicious panda attack. This attack is basically on the Mongolia. What happened recently? कि, some people, a group of people, what do? They started spread a message or information using a social media platform such as WhatsApp and the Facebook, the information of the or the latest information about the coronavirus, that how it is being spread, and how should we live, whether we should put a mask on our face, or I should clean our hand regularly, and this kind of information is spread by one of the group of the people in the Mongolia using the social media platform. And we also get lot many information in the WhatsApp. We never check whether it is what is the source of that message. We read it, but what the group of people, what they were doing, they were sending a word file in the WhatsApp. In the word file, we know we have a RTF format. Means RTF form, when we want to write an equation in the Microsoft Word, we need to use the RTF format. Okay, and there these attackers, that they found that there is some vulnerability in the RTF format of the Microsoft Word, and they use this vulnerability to attach a virus, and they attach the virus to this vulnerability, and they spread the virus into the entire mobile phone on the computer once. So people got this information. They thought that, okay, this is the information about the coronavirus. They opened the file, they read the information, but in the doing so, the virus has entered into their mobile phone or into their computer, and in this way the entire personal information has been leaked to the attacker. Then look at this. If you can see my screen, this attack was on the March 12, 2020, the March 12, the peak time of the coronavirus. So you can see millions of people are dying due to this coronavirus, and some people are making money using this the context of coronavirus. So it is rightly said, it is a Kali Yuga. Now, this kind of another kind of attack, which is very much frequent nowadays, it's a network or ransomware attack. It has this kind of attack. It is been observed that during the coronavirus, this networker ransomware is very has become very popular. What does this do? What does this attack is? In this attack, you will get an notepad or a text file, and when you open this text file, you will get this kind of information that if some reason you read this text before the encryption ended, this can be understood by the fact that the computer slows down and your heart rate has increased due to the ability to turn it off. Our encryption algorithm is very strong and your file are very well protected. So only way to get your files back to it, cooperate with us. Means you will open this file, just cooperate with us. Just cooperate with us means they are asking money from you. Means what does this do? They are blackmailing that you will not, if you will not pay this amount of money, your computer will get crash. Suppose this kind of attack is being done on the in the hospital server. In the hospitals there, and the patient's medical information is there. Okay, and once the patient medical information is being compromised or is being changed, the life will come at stake. So this kind of attack was very much frequent into the organization who are giving the medical facilities. And during this corona period, the medical emergency was quite high. So what does this networker this they do? They send this kind of message to the hospitals, and they say, and what does they do? They encrypt entire your information, and they ask the money. If will not send you will not pay them, then they will not give the decryption key, and you will lose your information. So networker ransomware is quite frequent during this period. Now there's some survey is being done during this period. It says endpoint security platform Sentinel One points towards the upward trend of the attempted attack during the February 2020 to April 2020. Means it says that one of the organization that is called Sentinel One, did a survey and found that there is a very upward trend in the attempted attack. As per the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau, as per the National Fraud Intelligence Bureau, the UK alone has lost 8 lakh pound due to the coronavirus related cyber scam. Just see, 8 lakh pound UK has lost due to this due to the cyber crime during this coronavirus period. So you can understand this amount. Now recently, Prime Minister of Canada, he organized a press conference, and he addressed the entire citizen of the Canada that do not, so be very much alert while you open any mail, or because cyber crimes are quite frequent, they are being, you can be attacked. So Prime Minister of Canada has to address a press release that how, what are the sites we should open, and what kind of sites you do not need to open. So just see the how the this cyber crimes are quite effective during this corona period. Last, cyber security ventures predicted that the global cyber crime damage will reach to $6 trillion by 2021. No, 6 trillion, $6 trillion. $6 trillion is a 1% of the GDP of the entire world. Means we are losing 1% of the global GDP in the form of cybercrime. 1% of global GDP is the $1 trillion. So $6 trillion, and the $6 trillion, you think the kind of amount we are losing every year due to the cybercrime. So we should be very much alert, and we should be very much active or the reactive during this corona period. Now another kind of virus or the Trojan is quite frequent nowadays is the Isikeri COVID-19.chm. Just you open the Google and write Isikeri COVID.chm, it will say you, it will bring you the red alert, COVID-19 alert. Okay, now the virus is being generated, or the Trojan or the malware is being generated with the name of the COVID. If somebody in the anxious way, what will he do? Okay, he will understand, okay, something related to the COVID is there, and he will download this, and he will install it some to any reason. And once it is being installed, it will steal all your information. This might be a keylogger, and even Google is telling that it is a malicious. Now, what I want to say, just see the virus is also being named in the name in the name of COVID. So you should be very much alert. Domain registration. This is a graph which says, just see, registration means whenever we want to make our site, or when we want to host anything on the www, then we need to register a domain. Okay, so you can see from the March from the March 17 to 9/3/2020. Okay, in this graph, there is a huge spike in the number of domain registration. Just see coronavirus domain registration weekly. This weekly, the number of registration was domain registration was very high during this corona period. And the next graph, it says the most of the red one, the most of the domain registration was fake, or these websites were fake websites or the malicious website. When you will open this kind of website, your information might be get stolen. It will take your cookie, and once you take the cookies, it may contain some username and password, and your username and password may get compromised. Means the domain is being named after the COVID-19, cov9 something India, something something, different kind of domain registration is being done during this period, just to steal your private information, because everybody want to get updated with the COVID information. And in doing so, you will open this website, and once you open this website, you are gone. So do not open this kind of website, the website which you do not know, the website which you are not sure, please do not open. Now, the number of websites has so increased, even the fake websites of WHO has come into the picture. Now, the WHO has to release one information about this fake website. It says, beware of the criminals pretending to be a WHO. Just look the heading. Beware of criminals pretending to be a WHO. It says WHO. It says never ask your user. It says WHO never ask your username and password to access safety information. Never email attachment. We do not ask. Once it says the WHO never sends any attachment until you ask for. Never ask you to visit a link outside the www.int. It says it never redirects you any page which is outside the WHO. Never charge money to apply for a job, register or conference, or reserve a hotel. WHO do not ask any kind of money for a job or for registration or for any conference, and never conducts lotteries or any kind of prize, grant, certificates, and the funding through email. So the cybercrime was so intense that WHO has to give this kind of information on their website. It also says it has only one fund, that is a response fund, where you can put a money. Now, there are also many sites. There is a hundred of websites in the name of PM Care. So if you want to donate into the PM Care, you will search on the Google PM Care Fund, and the website will be open, and you will say, okay, I want to donate into the PM Care, and it might be a fist page, and that's all the banking information will go to the attacker. Okay, so then you will think, okay, कैसे पैसा निकालेंगे, OTP तो आएगा ना. So it is always not the case. Without OTP also I can take the money. You buy any product from the Bajaj Finance. Okay, and once you buy any product from the Bajaj Finance, you give your banking information to the Bajaj Finance, and it fixes your installments. 7 installment में 7 installments you need to clear your loan. But in doing so, you give your banking information. You connect the Bajaj Finance with your bank account, and they can take the money without your permission. So don't think that the OTP is there, you are safe. No, without OTP also they can take the money. Okay, because doing so, because they have taken the permission from you, because when you buy anything from using the Bajaj Finance, there is some terms and conditions. We do not study any terms and conditions, and we say okay, and then doing so, you give them a right to share your banking information. Okay, so this kind of fraud is very much frequent nowadays. So another thing, that is authentication, authorization, and accountability. This is very important. Whenever you are in the digital world, you should be you should use the application which has some authentication facility, authorization facility, and accountability facility. Uh, whenever you put ATM card into your ATM machine, it says welcome and your name, means you are authenticated, but you are not authorized to take a money, because until and let you put a pin. Once the pin gives you the authorization to do the transaction, but authentication do not give the authorization to take the money. Okay, so you should use the application where there is a proper authentication, there is a proper authorization, and once you are authorized, then you are accountable to take the money. When we go to the ATM or we put our pin, and anything happens to your account, nobody is accountable for that. You are the only person who are accountable for the money to get deducted from the account, because every ATM has a authentication and authorization. So even if the OTP is there, you should be very much alert that you are using a proper authentication and authorization of the system. Now, blur your background. What does this mean? That whenever you are online, as I am taking this webinar online, and you can see my background. If you see the my background, something is there. From that background you can make an image ki what kind of environment I am maintaining, what kind of home I am living with, what kind of living of a standard I am maintaining it. Okay, so you get some kind of idea about me, and you get and this kind of idea, the social engineers are there to take this kind of information. You know my living or standard, you know my ambience I maintain, means अच्छा सर का बैकग्राउंड बहुत अच्छा है, so sir has a very wealthy person, so I will be always in the eye of the attacker. So whenever you are in the con call or whenever you are in conference, just blur your background so that the attacker do not know your information. So this will protect you from the cyber attacks. That's why I put this slide to blur your background whenever you are in the conference call. Now, virtual private network. This is whenever we go to the railway station, वहाँ पे एक message आता है कि connect with the Wi-Fi. Okay, and we connect to the Wi-Fi and we start using the YouTube. Okay, and whenever you go to any restaurant or somewhere, you find that there is a free Wi-Fi. Then we quite often we try to connect with that Wi-Fi. Okay, अच्छा free में मिल रहा है तो we should connect it and we start using the surfing the internet. But we should always be very much alert that this private key or Wi-Fi, using that free Wi-Fi, you are connecting the mobile phone with the free Wi-Fi. There might be a chance that your personal information or personal pic from the mobile phone may get be leaked. Because the personal pic, there are many pics in our mobile phone. Some pics are personal, and it may get public. Then it can be a problem to you. We have a recent case of the Ragini MMS. Only a personal two pics of the Ragini have leaked from the mobile phone, and it ruined her entire life, isn't it? So whenever you go to a place where you see the private means free Wi-Fi, okay, you use that free Wi-Fi quite cautiously, because you do not know, if you use that free Wi-Fi, it can take access to your files and folders of the mobile phone. Okay, so whenever something is free, you always be alert. Now, viral fake news. Nowadays, every hand has a mobile phone. Every hand has an internet connectivity. The service and the internet technology has quite become cheaper. So every hand has a mobile phone, and every hand has a Facebook. And once you have every hand as a Facebook, the exchange of information has become very fast. Now the acceleration of the information exchange is very fast, and the only the few the way means that once some message you want to make it viral, it will take a few seconds. You can make the message viral. So there is there is a difference between the popularity and the virality. Now the things are not popular, but things becomes viral. Okay, so once it becomes viral, it can create a problem for you. There are many cases. We'll see some of the viral cases. Certainly, this slide, nowadays, when we have a social media platform, the information becomes very viral. The Stanford news published in the Stanford, the people's uncertainty about the novel coronavirus can lead them to believe misinformation. Okay, nowadays, what medical fraternity or the some people are doing, they are creating a misinformation using the social media platform. Okay, they are about the coronavirus, and due to this misinformation, we are misguided and we take the wrong step, and and uh, and we need to we had to face lot many problems about this misinformation. So never believe, no, never open the sites which you are not comfortable with, or which you are not sure of that. So this is the case, how this is the slide which say this kind of news is there. And the Stanford University is very popular in the research area. And it says that people's uncertainty about the novel coronavirus can lead to believe the misinformation. They need to publish this in their websites. Now, some of the viral cases due to the viral news. Recently, let's see, the Karnataka, the Google engineer lynched after the rumors fueled by the WhatsApp. What happened some days before that, Google engineers, some two friends who are working in who were working in the Bangalore in the Google, they during his weekend, they plan to take a free ride to one of the village in the Karnataka. The name of the village was the Bidar. It was in the Bidar district, and they stopped at a place to take a tea, and the villagers thought that, okay, these people are from the Bangalore. They thought that, and some days before, two children were lost from that village, and the villagers thought that these are the people who are trying to steal their children. And they flashed the message on the WhatsApp that they have seen a two unknown people taking a tea in a hotel. And this message, they spread in the village so fast that thousands of people that assembled around that hotel, and they beaten both the Google engineers to the level that both the Google engineers died. Now you just see how the message from the WhatsApp has helped the message to spread so fast that within a half an hour, once you see how time it takes to take a tea in a hotel, well, hardly 30 minutes and 45 minutes, and within that 35 and 40 minutes, 1,000 people surrounded both Google engineers, and the villagers killed them. Recently, in Jharkhand, in the Singhbhum district, women lynched on the haircut rumor. They found that one message flashed in the WhatsApp that one unknown woman has been seen, and they thought that this is woman is a part of the gang who are in the haircut gang, and they lynched the woman. Recently, in Jammu and Kashmir, a soldier accused of the brag shopping. Means, uh, in Jammu and Kashmir, in the Kupwara district, the villagers thought that some of the soldiers of the Indian Army, what they are doing, they are chopping their braid of their daughters. Okay, and this information flashed through the WhatsApp in such a way that both the soldiers were beaten up and lynched by the villagers. So you can see how the rumors are being spread using this social media platform. So we should use this technology until unless you get an information, you just check the source of the information or authenticity of the information. Until unless you are not become sure that it's coming from the genuine source, so do not believe on that kind of information. And recently, this kind of information flashed in the social media. Just it says, conspiracy theorists blame US for coronavirus. China is happy to encourage them. So New York Times. Okay, this kind of information, and this was a fake page. Means New York Times have never published this kind of information, but it came into the social media platform. It says it is not the China but it is the US who is responsible for the coronavirus. But we know what is the truth. It is the China. The virus has come from the China, but in the social media it has been flashed that it is not the China, it is the US, due to which the coronavirus has been there in the society. So this kind of fake news related to the coronavirus is quite frequent in the social media. So we should be very much vigilant to this kind of news. Just look this the logo, the New York Times. The logo is very much similar to the New York Times. You cannot be able to differentiate whether it is a fake news or it is coming from the right source. So uh, 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 there are some tips for the protection against the cyber attacks. Okay, think twice before you click. I will say try thrice before you click. Before you click, means whenever you want something, you search on the Google, it's getting the link. Just think twice and thrice before clicking that link. Okay, never disclose your username and password to even dearest one. Never share your mobile phone to your friends, even to your brother, even to your sister. Never disclose your username and password. I will not say that this username password. You never share your mobile phone to the near and dear ones, and never share your laptops with your near and near ones. You do not know, in accidentally or intentionally, your information might be misused. So never disclose your username and password, and never disclose. I will say never give your mobile phone to the nearest one. Avoid using other laptops and phone, and you also do not use the other laptops and the mobile phones. Okay, don't if you are using your friend's laptop, do not do the financial transaction through that laptop, because there might be a chance that the keylogger might be there in his laptop, and once you open the net banking facility, if you use the username and password, the username and password uh, will go to your friend's mail. And keep updating your antivirus. Okay, we do not update our antivirus. मुझे लगता है कि इससे क्या होता है, but I suggest you keep updating your antivirus. Do not use the free antivirus. Today only you go to any vendor and buy antivirus and install it and keep it updating. This will give you a kind of protection, because you do not know that when you will be attacked. Now, these are some of the, if you, as from, I know many students are there, so I thought I should put this slide. What kind of things we are doing at the Amit University, what kind of research or what kind of projects we are handling as far as cybersecurity is concerned at our campus. We are designing phishing page, and the students are trying to design a phishing page through, and this page are being sent, and they think how they try to simulate the environment of the phishing. They are also attempting to SQL injection vulnerability. They try to create an environment where you can put the SQL injection, and once you put the SQL injection, they try to create that kind of code which will prevent you from the SQL injection. One DVWA dam vulnerability assessment project is there. It is free. You can also do it. You download DVWA and you can practice the cybersecurity or different kind of stuffs. We have a WebGoat. WebGoat is also a project where when you want to learn cybersecurity or hacking, you can use the WebGoat. Implementation of computer forensics tools. In case we use Incase and FTP. They are free version of the Incase and FTP. You can use it for the computer forensics. Computer forensics means if you want to, if your data has been deleted from your computer or from your pen drive, you can use this Incase to retrieve that the data and the information from your pen drive using the software called Incase. Identification of malicious intent people in the society. Actually, in the society, in the Facebook or even whatever the social media platform, whether it is WhatsApp or the Twitter or the Instagram, there are some people who pretend to be a genuine, or they have a multiple accounts in the Facebook, and they bully you. Means they change your sentiments, and they can change your mindset. So we are doing a project where we want to identify those people who have a malicious intent against the children. And we are some people, some students are also doing a project who want to try, who want to detect the viral message over the social media. Means they try to detect if some message is coming in the social media, how much time will it take to become a viral, or whether the message is viral or just a popular, it will come to an end within a few days. Now, so call data record analysis, the every hand has a mobile phone, and the most of the crimes are being done using the mobile phones. So we here our students are trying to analyze the call data record of the mobile phone, and through which they want to get some sensitive information, that whether that person is indulged in any kind of malicious activity. So this kind of projects you can also do, this kind of projects to enhance your knowledge in the field of cybersecurity. And there are some job opportunities are also there. There are plenty of job opportunity in the cyber security. Okay, when you are a computer science student, we always go to the coding. Okay, मुझे लगता है कि अच्छा coding मुझे सीखना चाहिए. Okay, we always try to hunt the coding. If you do not find interest in the coding, we go to the database side. We try to be a DBA, and another section of the student, some of the student, they go to the network. But cybersecurity is also one kind of opportunity which is very much popular nowadays. You can be a security analysis. Security analyst means VAPT expert. VAPT means vulnerability assessment and penetration testing. So you can be a white hat hacker where you do the penetration testing, or VAPT of any company's network, and it is a very good job opportunity. You can be a security architect. You can design a network so that it will be very much secure, and it will tough for the attacker to enter into the network. You can be a security software developer. You can be a developer where you can design an antivirus which will protect the system from from the attacker. You can be a cryptanalyst. Means a cryptanalyst are those who analyze who works on the field of the cryptography, and they try to generate the encryption and the decryption key. And you can be a security engineer. Email investigator means email investigator, they try to find the source of the investigator, whether the email is genuine or genuine source. They just try to locate the email sender. And then different kind of jobs are there for the email investigator. There are many security consultant, E&Y, Ernst and Young, KPMG, and PwC, Price Waterhouse Cooper. These are the companies who are working in very actively in the field of cybersecurity, and you can get through those companies if you have a knowledge in the cybersecurity or any of the tool related to the cybersecurity. You can go into the field of digital forensics, where you will be asked to recover the files, or you will be asked to develop a digital evidence. The High Court or our High Court or the Supreme Court, they now they are started believing on the digital evidence. So now most of the cases, we try to collect the digital evidence or recovering file from the laptops. You can be a security expert. 27001 ISO certification means you can be every company want to have a 27001, so you can work on the 27001 how to get this kind of certification. You can be a legal advisor, SOX, Surveillance and Oxley, Data Protection Act, and the COVID. These are the fields which are related to the cyber security. You can work on this kind of field. You can be a security auditor, CISA certificate. You need to take the CISA certification for the security auditor, where you can audit the network and the different kind of steps related to the cyber security. You can be an IPR consultant if you go to the cyber security, where you will need to we need to how to search a patent, how to file a copyright, how to make a trademarks. So these are the different job opportunities which are very much abundantly available after this emergence of the coronavirus. So, okay, thanks for your attention. Any question, I will be happy to answer you.
सर एक क्वेश्चन है सर। सर वो बच्चे ने पूछा है कि वीपीएन कनेक्ट करने के बाद क्या हम सिक्योर रहते हैं?
हाँ
Sir, please answer it.
VPN means virtual private network. Okay, once you connect with the VPN, what does this do? It works on the tunneling technology. So once the internet is a public network, but when we use the VPN, means now after using a VPN, you can be assured that you are in the protective environment. So VPN creates a virtual private network in the public network.
Okay, sir.
जी सर, बहुत अच्छा रहा ये सेशन। तो मतलब कि ये आपने इतनी बेसिक जानकारी दी साइबर सिक्योरिटी से रिलेटेड कि हमारी तो आंखें खुल गई हैं। हमें कितना सावधान रहना है ट्रांजैक्शन के लिए या किसी भी इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए, बहुत जरूरी है। सर वी आर वेरी थैंकफुल टू यू। ऑफिशियली वो थैंक्स के लिए मैं प्रोफेसर रोमा रानी मैम, इलेक्ट्रॉनिक्स एनजीपी पटना का टीम को इनवाइट करना चाहिए। रोमा मैम, प्लीज प्रोसीड।
Thank you, Manju ma'am. Thank you, Saurav sir. On behalf of New Government Polytechnic Patna 13, I, Professor Roma Rani, take this opportunity to propose vote of thanks to all who have contributed to this webinar directly and indirectly. First of all, I would like to thanks to our principal sir, Dr. Chandrasekhar Singh, for always motivating us for his thoughtful ideas. At the outset, I would like to thanks to our resource person, Dr. Pritish Ranjan, Assistant Professor at Amity University, Patna, to enlighten us with your deep knowledge. Thank you, sir. इल्म न था मुझे, पर आपने कुछ यूं रूबरू करवाया कि मैं खुद तो समझी और सबक कईयों को सिखाया. Thank you, sir, for giving us your valuable time, and no doubt this session will be very helpful for students and faculties and for all. I would like to thank to our Vice Principal Anuradha ma'am for introducing this webinar and her guidance and support. I would like to give special thanks to our organizing committee member, Dr. Anupama ma'am and Manju ma'am. I would like to thanks to the technical member, Mr. Vishwajit and Mr. Lalo Chaudhary, for organizing this webinar without any technical glitch. I would like to give thanks to our faculty members and students who make it a success. And now I hand over the mic to Manju ma'am for conclude this session. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, Roma ma'am. It's very nice for we all of us for such a wonderful webinar. Chandrasekhar is technical assistant for this webinar, and we thank him. Sir, finally we conclude the webinar, and हम ऐसा चाहेंगे कि आप फिर से आइए और जानकारी बच्चों को और हम सबको दीजिए, ताकि हम लोग भी किसी मुसीबत में फंसने से बच सकें. Thank you, sir, very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.